super fun quiz. Yeah. Everyone ready for round 2? Do you want to have a little water break quickly? No? Good. This round is called Tall Orders. So this round is going to take this quiz to new heights because it's all about guessing how tall video game characters are. And I'll say, I thought this was going to be a really fun idea at the start, and it is definitely really fun. It's just a bit weird to have to Google heights. This is Luigi. The internet says he's 5'9". This is Minecraft Steve. The internet says he is 6'1". Now, ABC. This is Link. All you have to do is tell me how tall in comparison you think Link is compared to these two characters. Is he A, shorter than Luigi and Minecraft Steve? B, taller than Luigi but shorter than Steve? Or is Link C, taller than both of them? Does that make sense? So the correct answer for this is A, Link, the internet says, is 5'7", so he's shorter than both of them. Does that all make you understand what you're doing, gang?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Justin,
yeah,
you on board?
Sense, yeah.
All right. So just a side note, I took literally like the first answer I could find on Google. So there might be some discrepancies about their real height, but also they're not real people, so it's fine. All right, question number 1. Here we have Mega Man, we have Crash Bandicoot, and we have Agumon from Digimon. You just have to write down A, B, or C in regards to how tall you think Agumon is. Right. Next up, question 2. We have Mika, which I imagine is what people would say in Yorkshire. It's Mika, right? No, that's the wrong accent. What's the accent? Do the accent.
Mika.
There we go. Like our Mika. Oh, you knew what I was getting at. I did a terrible job.
Yeah.
Solid Snake, my favourite kind of snake. And then we have Danica Patrick. Everyone's favourite race car driver. So how tall do you reckon Danica is in comparison to everybody else?
Danica Patrick's a real person. Right?
Danica Patrick is a real person, but
what are you trying to say about Mika?
That's what I meant. That's what I was trying to do. Alright, next up. We have Sam from Sam and Max. We have Bowser. And we have Samus, which, to be fair, I would watch a game called Samus and Max.
Point of clarification: are we talking Samus in or out of POWERSUIT?
We are talking whatever the internet says when I type in Samus Aran height.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now we have to try and figure out what the internet might think. And that's a very dangerous thing to do.
I reckon they're probably thinking suit, right? I feel like the suit is. I think if you wanted non-suit, you would type in 0 suit. All right. Next up, number 4, we have Pierce. Although maybe I should have written James Bond. I don't know. I know because I took Pierce Brosnan. We have Peach, and we have Bayonetta. All right, loves, it's me, Bayonetta. Bayonetta,
Wait.
not Vianetta.
Peach
And
is...
question, is Pierce with Big Ed mode on or not on GoldenEye?
I typed in Pierce Brosnan for this, so
Okay.
So yeah. And what's your question, Kit?
Peach is taller than Pierce Brosnan.
Wow, according to my research, maybe I accidentally.
Peach is massive. I never imagined that. Sorry.
Is Pierce Brosnan secretly really short?
That could be the case. I'm also confused by Bayonetta's boob window. Is that like a spooky eye? I don't know. Who can say? Anyway, question number 5. We have Klee from Genshin Impact. We have Mario from not Genshin Impact. And finally, we have Goose from Untitled Goose Game. Justin, have you played Untitled Goose Game? Are you familiar with the goose in question?
I am.
Cree?
Goose.
I can imagine you're a fan of the goose.
Yeah, absolutely mischievous.
Yeah, it's very you.
Cruel.
Oh yeah, also very you. Kit, have you been
Gloating.
a goose?
I have. I actually met with the people who made this game and they talked through how it was all made up. It's really interesting.
What? Is it true they
They
based the goose
steal a
on you?
pen and honk at you.
That's actually how
Exactly.
Kit and I met, was me pretending to be a goose. All right, number 6. We have Iron Bull, we have Waluigi, and we have Jax from Mortal Kombat.
I am blown away by the heights of people in the Super Mario Brothers game.
Something very wrong with their heights.
But you also have to remember where I got my research from. It's literally me just typing in blah 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 heights. So, you know, Kit, you're getting confused by Iron Bull's just like he has such tall vibes.
Oh, I know Iron Bull. I've romanced Iron Bull in Dragon Age. Don't you worry.
I had to stop playing the game because I couldn't decide who to romance. Alright, number 7. We have Yoshi. We have Tintin, who has a video game, so this does count. And we have Hatsune Miku.
Well, I'm having to change my perception on a lot of stuff here, so I assume Yoshi is now like Godzilla size.
Yes.
Tintin is Mecha Godzilla size, so I have no idea.
I would really enjoy a Yoshi Godzilla mashup where it's just, Yoshi tramping all over the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, Godzilla does a power-up, like, kind of nuclear blast from his mouth, and Yoshi just, like, eats it.
Yeah, it just turns into an egg, wraps his big old tongue around it. And then they get married because they're kissing. Alright, final question. Are you ready? We have Donkey Kong. We have Lady Dimitrescu. And we have Master Chief, who I'm not familiar with, and I don't think is a real person because their name sounds too much like Master Chef. So the question is, are they shorter than Donkey Kong and Lady D, somewhere in the middle, or taller than both of them? And then at some point someone explain who Master Chief is to me.
He's the protagonist from the Halo games. I think he's like Spartan 117 or something.
His name is Master Chief.
That's his rank because he's but they like come from like a super soldier program where they lose a lot of their identity or something. So it's just called by
same.
rank.
That's what I've been doing over lockdown. Alright, well, so let's do some answers. So, number 1, Agumon. Kit, what did you say?
I know the starter evolution Digimon are like smaller than children, so I thought pretty small, so I went with A.
And you are correct. The answer is indeed A. Agumon is 3'2" to Mega Man's 4'4", and Crash Bandicoot's 4'9". Next up, we have Danica Patrick. Kit, what did you say?
I put her in between Mika and Solid Snake.
Is that just wishful thinking? Let's find out. I can tell you that Danica Patrick is shorter than both of them. She is 5'2" to Mika's 5'5", and Solid Snake's 6 foot. Imagine, if you will, a 6 foot Solid Snake. I mean, dreams really do come true. Here's a picture of Danica from the Sonic All-Stars Racing game. They're a real person, but also they're in this game and their car can transform into lots of different things. Alright, next up, 3, we have Samus. Justin, what do you reckon?
I put the taller than both of them.
Oh, interesting.
I was
Okay.
going with the idea that she's wearing the suit.
Okay, we can tell you that unfortunately you are wrong. The correct answer is B. Sam from Sam & Max is 6 foot, Bowser is 8'7", and Samus Aran is 6'3". Oh look, this is just what the internet says, and it makes sense because if Bowser was teeny tiny, Mario wouldn't really be that scared, I'm guessing, right?
Also, like, Bowser's wider than he is tall.
Hey, that's
What
not a
is
nice thing to say, Christina.
No, from that picture, his arm spans. Very, very intimidating.
He just really loves going to the gym, that's all. Here's a picture of Sam and Max, by the way, just in case people are unfamiliar with them. Also, I remember playing the game, and this is my only memory of it. There's a really big ball of twine that you go and visit. No idea what the context is. I don't know what that does, but that's a thing you can go and see in the game, so that's a nice memory. Next up, number 4. What did you put, Christina?
I put E. Because
B.
I thought Piers Brosnan must be much shorter than I ever thought he was, and Peach must be much bigger than I ever thought she was. So let's put Bayonetta between them.
Well, sad news, you are wrong, but only because this is a little bit of a trick question. Piers Brosnan is 6'1", Peach is 6'1", and Bayonetta is, according to the internet, 7'9".
Whoa!
What?
Which I can understand.
Is that like with heels and hair like up in a beehive as well?
But if you look at her, amiibo, for example, because I was confused. But if you look at her amiibo, she just looks really long. She just looks long. She looks like a long, floppy lady. Oh yeah, I got really into like googling GoldenEye characters because it made me laugh so much about how funny they looked.
It's so good.
And then I got interested in was this DK mode where they'll have big arms and really big heads, which I also really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And then I had what I can only describe as the greatest thought of my career, which is what if they remade GoldenEye but cast Princess Peach as Natalia and they cast Bayonetta as Xenia on the top, and it's just like the best movie ever, and it's still regular Pierce Brosnan, but like I don't know, just Bayonetta strangling him with her legs, like her 12-foot tall legs, made me laugh a lot. So much so that I went and made this poster just for this quiz. Alright, sorry, next up, question 5. Justin, what did you put?
A. Shorter.
Wow, I can say that you are correct, because that goose is only 6 foot tall. 6 foot tall? No, it's not.
What?
It's 3 foot tall. 3 foot tall. 3 foot tall. The Goose is 3 foot tall. Klee from Genshin Impact is 4'2", and Mario is 5'1".
3 foot Goose is massive.
What? Look,
Right.
I don't know, because I think for this one I was doing like the average size of a goose, so maybe I got something confused. But 3 foot goose, I can imagine. I've seen some big old geese. Also, here's a picture of Klee from Genshin Impact, just in case she is a child that likes to explode things. Well, the answer to question 6 is B.
Oh, nice.
But I would also accept A, maybe. So Jax is 6'9". Iron Ball is 6'6". But then I read a really compelling argument on the internet, which is how you should actually measure Iron Ball's proportional height as 6'2" in comparison to the other characters. So I'll accept A or B for this one. And Waluigi, in true Nintendo fashion, 7'7". You know. Which again makes sense because like Bayonetta, when you look at him, he's all legs. And you look at
Yeah.
this character sheet.
True.
Don't know if I've ever seen him stand up completely tall either.
Exactly.
He's like a spider. Like, yeah,
Oh,
look
God.
at that.
But also Yoshi being that size also again makes sense because otherwise how would Mario ride him otherwise?
This is what I mean. I think they designed Mario, then got carried away with the Mushroom Kingdom universe, and then had to decide Mario's height couldn't be 2'2",
Yeah.
and that made everybody else a giant.
Yeah. So thank you to whoever made this chart. I've left the source in just so you know I'm not a bad person. Number 7. Kit, what did you put? A, B or C?
I put her between Yoshi and Tintin.
B.
B.
And you would be correct because Yoshi 4'7", Hatsune Miku 5'2", and Tintin 5'4". And finally we have question number 8. Master Chief? Master Chief? Cree, what did you put?
I put C. Just a mech suit makes someone look so much more imposing somehow.
Interesting. Jocelyn, what did you put?
B for this one.
B, okay. And Kit?
I'm pretty sure I read that Lady D is like 8-9 foot tall. And I know Master Chief is big, but he's still a person,
Still a
not
person.
a vampire. So I reckon B.
Okay, well the correct answer, bad news for all of you, is A. It turns out Master Chief is 7 foot tall, but Donkey Kong 7'10", and then finally Kit's right, Lady Dimitrescu 9'6". As you all know from playing the game, because she is a very tall, imposing lady who does chase you around. Obviously, this got me thinking about how good a movie this would be. If we could make this happen, I'd be really excited. A modern remake of 3 Men and a Baby with me, Donkey Kong, Master Chief, and Lady Dimitrescu.
You're a beautiful baby.
Right? I mean, that's just what a dream. I genuinely want to watch this movie now, and I spent too long thinking about who should be which.
Yeah, which dad
one.
is which.
But yeah, anyway, so congratulations. Please, let's watch this movie together. Also, side note, I got distracted thinking about, does anybody remember Funky Kong? Because let me tell you, if Donkey Kong is 7'10", that means Funky Kong is 7'10", and that's like a dream. That's like an awakening right there. Personally.
Donkey
Anyway,
Kong stands up straight, whereas Donkey Kong hunches. So he'd seem taller.
I see. Yeah, that would make sense. Taller and handsomer, and he wears a belt. All right, Christina, how did you get along in that?
Oh, great. 3 out of 8.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. That's okay, you did very well. It's okay. Goodbye. Kit?
I got 6 out of 8.
Ooh, consistent. Yes. And Jocelyn?
5 out of 8.
5 out of 8. Not bad at all. So, oh my goodness. Because I'm in Excel, I can do that thing where I add up scores. Although maybe we don't want to know what the scores are right now. Do we? No. That's weird. Is it weird? Yeah, it's weird. I won't do it. But just so you know, one of you's winning. But who is it? It's Timothy's super fun